In today's video, I'm here to share with you my most addictive fragrances right now. If you're interested, just keep watching. My name is Ayesha from simplyayesha.com. Here on YouTube, I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're interested in, please consider subscribing. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So as I said, in today's video, we'll be talking about my most addictive fragrances right now. These are the fragrances that for the past month, I have not been able to get enough of. So whether that means I've been wearing them a ton, whether I've just been sniffing them a ton or thinking about wearing them a ton, those fit into this video. Now with these videos, I do them monthly, and the rules that I made up for myself are these videos are limited to 5 fragrances only because I love a lot of things, and having a limit on it really just helps me to hone in on the ones that are at the top for the month. The other rule for these videos is that none of the fragrances that I mention in these are brand new. So all of the fragrances that I mention have to be at least a month old. And I just do that because I feel like for me specifically, whenever I get something new, of course I keep smelling it. I keep wanting to wear it and test it out because it's brand new. So I don't really feel like that's fair. So those are my rules that I made up for these videos. So let's go ahead and get into this month's fragrances. So we're going to start out with my scent of the day, and this one is from Atelier Versace, and this is a Gingembre Pétillant. Now this fragrance is, like I said, from Atelier Versace, which is just like the higher, more private line of Versace fragrances. I've never actually seen this line in stores, but I know they are sold in some higher end department stores, and I believe also in the Versace boutiques. So anyway, this fragrance is gorgeous, y'all. It's gorgeous. This is to me, it's in simple man's terms, a ginger take on Baccarat Rouge 540. And I hate to say that because I know some of y'all are ready to click out as soon as you say 540. But honestly, to me, Baccarat Rouge 540 inspired a whole family of fragrances. Like, that's its own scent category at this point. So this fragrance does share some similarities with Baccarat. Is it the same? No, you definitely could have both. But this fragrance gives me like that airy, sweet saffron mix. And then on top of that, you have this beautiful warm ginger. So the ginger in here is not extremely sharp. It's not extremely zesty. It's more like a warm ginger, like almost like ginger mixed with tea. So overall, I get like an ambery, gingery, sweet, but kind of spicy, airy scent. It is beautiful, y'all. This is one that smells so good on the skin. It smells much better on the skin than it does on paper. And in fact, right now, like while I'm smelling on paper, I feel like I can't smell it a ton, but that may just be because I've already like doused myself in this fragrance for the day. But on the skin, y'all, it really performs. It lasts a long time. I'm able to smell it on myself the entire time that I'm wearing it. And I feel like it's year-round appropriate. So highly recommend if you love ginger and if you love that 540 DNA, then maybe this should be one that you should get your nose on. So again, that is Gingembre Pétillant from Atelier Versace. This next fragrance is from the brand Parlez-moi de Parfum, and this is Comete Paradis. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Forgive me if I'm not, but I tried, y'all. So this fragrance was actually sent to me from Lucky Scent. So thank you, Lucky Scent. This was sent to me probably, I don't know, this is April. So it's probably sent like February or March. Not quite sure, but I've definitely had it over a month. And let me show y'all my dent first before we get into it. Let me show y'all. It's gonna be kind of hard to see, but it's right there. You see that? That is a dent for me. This is a 100 ml bottle. That is a dent for me. Now this fragrance is definitely on the lighter side. For me, this is a very airy fragrance. It gives me the same kind of vibes as you would get from a molecular type fragrance, that kind of airy woodiness undertone. I'm not sure if this is a molecular fragrance or not, but it definitely gives me those vibes, but it still manages to smell somewhat natural. So when I smell this, like I said, I get that airy woodiness, and then I get a coconut, but not coconut in a very tropical way, more like the meat of a coconut. So it's giving it a little bit of sweetness, and it's giving it like some actual heft, like it's adding some like smoothness, some extra depth to this fragrance without making it too deep. In addition to that, I do get like a very light sweetness. I'm not even sure what note the sweetness is attributed to. It's just like a very light, airy sweetness. I wouldn't call this a sweet fragrance. I know when you hear like airy and sweet in the same category, you may think of 540 again, but this smells nothing like that. So this is a very like transparent, airy sweetness mixed with that meaty coconut or the meat of the coconut. And I don't feel like I'm doing this justice, y'all. I really don't. But I'm sorry, I love this fragrance. When I spray this on, it's just so easy to wear. And that's why I have this big dent, because it's so easy to wear. I've worn this to the gym. I've worn it at a grocery shop, but I've also worn it out like to run errands. And for me, because of my lifestyle, running errands is an occasion, okay? So usually when I'm running errands, I'm spraying on some good stuff. I'm trying to look cute because I don't go to a regular job anymore. So, you know, I miss those opportunities to look cute. So when I run my errands, I'm looking cute. Anyway, this fragrance works for all of those occasions. Now, I wouldn't wear it on a date night because it's just too light and airy for me, but pretty much any other type of occasion, it works. And for some reason, it's so addictive to me. I really can't explain why, but it's something special. So I do have a discount code for Lucky Scent. If you've tried it recently, it wasn't working. One of you all let me know in my last video, I believe. So thank you so much to that person that let me know, but it is working now. So if you're interested, I will leave the link to Lucky Scent down below. It is not an affiliate link. And my discount code is not an affiliate discount code or anything like that, but you can save 10% if you use it. Or if I'm able to find it for a discounted price, I will link that down below as well. But I don't think this one, I haven't seen this at a discounted price as of yet. But anyway, the fragrance is beautiful. And if you like those kind of airy, easy to wear type scents, then this may be one you want to check out. So again, that is Comete Paradis from Parlez-moi de Parfum. This next fragrance is actually one that was on my fragrance tray for April. And I'm really glad I put on my fragrance tray because now I feel like I know it in a whole nother light. So this fragrance is from Xerjoff and this is Shan Kuan. So I've had this fragrance for quite a while. And when I say quite a while, I'm saying like maybe like 6 months. So I've had this fragrance, but it's not one that I have worn a ton. And previous to this past month, I thought it was like a lightweight almond mixed with a musky base. However, now after putting this on my tray and really like paying some more attention to it, this fragrance has so much more depth to it than I thought initially. So when I smell this fragrance, I do get an almond, and it's a sweet kind of like powdery almond, but not overly sweet. But I get that almond, and then I get a musky base as I thought, but then also in that base, I'm getting something dark. Something dark woody. To me, it kind of smells like it could be oud. This is part of the Join the Club collection, so I'm not sure of the notes. Xerjoff does not release the notes for the fragrances in this collection. The notes that you'll see listed on the screen are from Fragrantica. I have no idea how accurate they are, and honestly, I haven't even looked at them, so I don't even know what's showing on the screen right now. But those notes may or may not be true. I'm just letting you guys know what I smell. So there is definitely something deep, dark in this that to me, it smells oudy, and it smells like almost like a sweetened, smooth oud with a slight bit of an animalic touch to it. And I never picked that up before. I really thought this was one of those kind of almost laundry detergent kind of scents, like a clean musk with almond. But no, there's something animalic in the base of this. And it's not doing too much though, so don't let that scare you. But if you are interested in this fragrance, there's more to this fragrance than I initially thought. And I don't know if it's because when I got this fragrance, it was colder, and so I just wasn't picking up those deep, dark base notes. And now that it's warmer, my skin is projecting them more. I don't know. But y'all, I love it. I still love this fragrance, even though it has changed to me. I still love it. And to me, it's a lot more interesting than I initially thought. So again, that is Shan Kuan from Xerjoff. This next fragrance is another one from Xerjoff, and this one is Herbal Gold. So this fragrance I actually took with me on a little trip that I went on during spring break. Me and my daughter went to Orlando and stayed a few nights. And I took this fragrance with me and I fell in love, y'all. So this fragrance has been out for a while. I first heard about it, I guess, a couple years ago when it wasn't available in the United States. And then recently it's become available in the United States. And so I ended up getting a bottle, but I have to tell y'all, I was not like ready to hop on this bottle immediately. I waited until it came to a discounter and then I got it. And even then I was kind of like, do I even need this? Because I have Xerjoff Herbal Pura. This is Herbal Gold, and I thought they were just going to be too similar. I didn't know if I needed this one. So this fragrance to me opens up a bright, sweet, tropical fruit basket. Like I'm getting like melons and pineapples and maybe a little bit of like passion fruit or something like that. But overall, I think the melons and pineapples kind of rule the opening of this fragrance. It opens up in that sweet fruity manner, and in the dry down, that sweetness continues. And then you do have a little bit of a musky ambery base, but it's not too much. This still manages to keep that fruity sweetness all the way through. It is beautiful. It is perfect for hot weather. This is very long lasting. It lasted on my clothes forever. It lasted on my skin forever. And even though I live in a hot climate, I didn't find this to be too much. It wasn't cloying, even though it is a sweet scent. Now, I know y'all are gonna ask, how does this compare to Herbal Pura? And I'm not telling you in this video because I do have a comparison video coming up that will feature this fragrance and Herbal Pura and some other fragrances. And I feel like I've been putting that video off for so long, but honestly, I've just been trying to make sure I do my due diligence with all the fragrances in that video so that I can give y'all the best information possible. So if you're gonna ask that question, I'm sorry. I don't wanna tell y'all right now. Wait for another video. That sounded bad, but anyway, y'all feel me. Anyway, Herbal Gold has just, since I took it on that trip, I've just been in love. Now, have I worn it a ton since then? No, but I have smelled it and I have thought about wearing it. I got a lot of fragrances over the past month or so, so I can't say that I have worn this a ton, but I have worn it since that trip. And like I said, I have been smelling it a lot and thinking about wearing it. And y'all, I'm just really happy that I decided to get this because like I said, it was not something that I thought I needed and I was just gonna like hold off and try to resist. But I'm glad I caved, y'all. So again, this is Herbal Gold from Xerjoff. And then the last fragrance is another one that was on my fragrance tray this last month. This one is from Navitus and it's their partnership with Sharita M. This is called Mon Cassin. So I put this on my fragrance tray because when I got this fragrance during the winter, I didn't wear it that much. Like I knew I liked it, but I had a lot of vanilla fragrances. This is a vanilla fragrance. So I had a lot of vanilla fragrances that I was testing out, wearing, trying out. And so I knew I liked this one, but it honestly had so much competition that I don't feel like I gave it an ample opportunity. So I put it on my tray for April. And this gave me the chance to really play around with it. And y'all, I love this scent. It's a beautiful vanilla scent, but to me, that doesn't tell the whole story. So look, vanilla is here, it's sweet, it's gourmand. It smells like there's some like a caramel undertone or maybe toffee or praline that is giving it a different type of sweetness. And then to me, it smells like there is a woody base or like a bit of a smoky undertone to it. I don't know where that's coming from. I don't believe that Sharita mentions that when she talks about this fragrance, but I definitely get that, especially on my skin. And I love that. Like, I love that part of it. So it is hot here. So I don't feel like this is a great time to wear this fragrance. However, I really enjoy wearing this at my house. Like on days where I knew I wasn't going to be outside, I sprayed this. So I think this month I probably wore it about 3 or 4 times, and I feel like that is a ton for me. And this is the type of fragrance that for me, I don't know if it's just me, so take this information with a grain of salt, but for me, this performs really well and it radiates a lot. So I do not overspray this. This is one that I don't overspray because I don't want to do myself in, and I just really enjoy wearing this. And I'm really glad, again, that fragrance tray is really helping me out, y'all. It's really helping me to get to know some of my fragrances in more detail. Because that is one of the problems of having a large collection, is that you don't always know all of your fragrances in detail because you don't have a chance to wear all of them all the time. You know, you only have one body. So I'm really glad this one ended up on my tray, and it ended up being a favorite, most addictive fragrance this month. So again, that is Mon Cassin from Navitus Parfums. So those were my 5 fragrances. I do have 2 honorable mentions, y'all. I don't usually do this. The first one, I don't even have the bottle down here for it, but it is Tom Ford Vanilla Sex. And the reason it's not in this video is because it was in my video last month of this. But y'all, I still can't get enough. And I just did a reel that's kind of funny to me on Instagram. So check that out. We're not going to talk about Vanilla Sex in this video. If you want to know more about it, check out my review, check out my last video, and check out that reel that I just posted on Instagram. So that's the first honorable mention. And then the second honorable mention is a fragrance that is not for the body, but I felt like I wanted to just give y'all a little tease of it. So this is the Aroma 360 fragrance oil. This is something I use in my home diffuser. I talked a lot about this in my last video. So my last video, it was things I've been loving lately. And in those videos, I talk about everything else besides fragrance that's a favorite for the month. So I did include this in there. I talked in depth about it, like a long time. So if you want to know more, check out my last video. I'll link it in the description box, and I'll link it in the card up above, whatever side it's on. But this one is in the scent The Sweetest Taboo, and it is inspired by the Aria Hotel in Las Vegas, and I've been loving it. And honestly, this is probably my most addictive fragrance right now. Even though it's not for my body, this I have not been able to get enough of, like chokehold. So anyway, definitely wanted to mention that. So those were my most addictive fragrances right now. Let me know if you've tried any of these fragrances. What do you think of them? Also in the comments, leave your one fragrance that you have not been able to get enough of. I love when y'all share these things because the comments are not just for me, y'all. Yes, it does help my engagement. Yes, I love reading your comments, but I also am a person who watches a lot of YouTube and I read comments. So you sharing your favorite fragrance that you haven't been able to get enough of over the past month is entertainment for the other people that read the comments like I do. So leave that in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I upload videos now on every Sunday and Wednesday. So check me out. I have a ton of content you can check out on your free time. Also check out my website, www.simplyayesha.com. Get on my email list over there so we can always stay in contact. And if you want to connect with me more, follow me on Instagram. I'm in my stories a ton and I love talking to y'all in my DMs. And check me out on TikTok. Who knows how long we're going to have TikTok, but for now I'm on there. And I thoroughly enjoy TikTok. So follow me over there as well. I keep my content very easygoing on TikTok. I hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I enjoy making it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.